Headlines we're looking at for you is also something that was going to happen. The registration of vehicles in the 2017 year has actually begun at the Driver License and Vehicle Authority Agency, which is in Accra. And what we do know now is that a lot of vehicles across the country, unregistered, have lined up at the various DVLA offices to register. Let's cross over to the 37 office of the DVLA, where Catherine Frimpongma is standing by. And Catherine has joined us. Hello, Catherine. Good afternoon to you. And what can you tell us from the Greater Accra DVLA office?
Okay, good afternoon, Martin. And currently here at the Greater Accra Regional Office at 37, registration is ongoing. It started when the office opened at 8 a.m. and it is not busy as it used to compared to previous years, because although vehicles are queued up trying to get registered, the place is not so congested as it used to be. It is happening in an orderly manner. The pressure is being managed. We are currently at the inspection bay where the vehicles are inspected before they move on to the other areas for the registration. So when the cars come in, the first port of call is the customs office, which is right behind me here, where the people queued up. The customs office, where they go for their inspection, whether the car has been duly paid for, the duty and everything, before they come for the inspection. And then they move on to where they refer to as the long room for further registration. So I have with me the Deputy Director of Operations here, Alhaji Hussaini, yes, to Idris Hussaini, to help us understand what is happening here. Alhaji, good afternoon. Welcome to
Good afternoon, madam.
Yes,
Happy New Year.
Many happy returns. Today, we've seen cars being registered, but the normal congestion is not seen. What is happening?
Thank you very much. I think it's just because you people have helped us a lot by disseminating the information to the customers at the last period of the past year, that customers can go do their inspection earlier, so that when the year begins, they don't come and rush up to do registration. I'm sure that is one of the reasons why we are not seeing that. Again, we've also opened more outlets. That means the registration desks have been increased from the normal 2, 3 to 4. So it's also a strategy that has taken away the rush.
So what is the capacity of the office? How many cars are you able to register in a day?
We are looking at 300 vehicles today, and we'll continue in that process until such a time that the numbers are completely gone down. Yes.
From the cars I'm seeing here, they are more than 300. So what happens to the cars that hit after 300? What happens to the cars? Do they go home and come tomorrow, or do you give them numbers to make sure that when they come tomorrow, they don't come to queue again?
No, like every machine, and for that matter, even a human being, you have a capacity. So we have done our homework, and our capacity is a 300. So if we hit 300 today, what it means that when you fall outside the 300, tomorrow you have to come. We wouldn't give you any number, because when we give you a number, what it means is that the person comes tomorrow even at 3 o'clock and says, or she says, you give me number to come today, I have come. So we end today 300. Let's start on a fresh note tomorrow.
So tomorrow the person would have to come
afresh.
And so how are you doing it? That the person have to be in the queue till about 4 p.m. and then you tell them we've hit our target, so go home and come tomorrow? Or do you have any system of getting to them and telling them it's okay, it's 10 a.m. now, you are more than 300, so go and come tomorrow?
No, fortunately what happens is that before we get here, there's already a small queue. So we usher in those vehicles that are already in a queue, and we start bringing the vehicles in as early as 7:30. So 7:30 we bring in the first 100 vehicles, which of course hardly do we even hit that. Then we work on the 100, get them out, bring another 100, and then the last 300 will be at 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. when we don't hit the 300, then we'll tell you, okay, now that we have gotten the 300 or less come in, or more don't come in. So that is how it goes. And as you can see, the gate is clear. When you come, you don't need to stay. Provided your documents are in, we let you come inside until such a time that we have the 300, and then we close the gates.
I know you spend like 2 hours on a vehicle.
Yes.
So how are you able to register the 300 cars from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or?
Yes, even though we close to the public or they close the gate at 3, we are leaving here at 5:30. So that means when we bring you in at 3, we expect that within the next 2 hours, we would have completed the last 100. So we are staying up to 5:30. It means we are even making more than the normal 8 hours.
Before you go, we want to talk about the online registration, because that was supposed to ease the congestion at your offices.
Yeah.
How has the process been since you began working today?
Indeed, it's helping. It's just that the individuals don't access the online. The auto firms are those who are actually accessing the online because they register in bulk, like the Toyotas, the Japan Motors, and the rest. But the individual who just bring in one vehicles do not access the online. So the online is actually helping us. Yeah.
And so when you come, the first port of call is the customs office, then to the inspection bay, then to where next? To
Block A, where we will do the paperwork and then assign a number. So you enter, you go to customs to get the release, you drive through the inspection bay, the document is sent to the custom Block A for identification, and then you make payment, and then we assign you the number. It varies from a particular type of vehicle to another. It's not a flat rate. Vehicles that are less than 2,000 cc are paying higher than vehicles more than 2,000 cc, and the trucks are also charged according to the tonnage. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, Martin, that was Alhaji Idrisu Fuseni, the Deputy Director of Operations here at the Greater Accra Regional Office of the DVLA at 37. And what I can say is that the place, like I said earlier, is not congested. The gate is virtually free. There are no vehicles that are queued outside. So the capacity here is about 100 cars at a time. So the 100 cars are ushered in, they go through the process, and when they are done, another 100 is also ushered in, and then it continues like that. So far, so good. The vehicles are being registered, but at a very normal and relaxed rate, that there is no congestion here, Martin.